Hello there. I am speaking to you today from the deck of a historic and really important ship called Warrior. It's a ship that was famous in Queen Victoria's HMS Fleet because it was one of the most powerful and perfect ships on the sea in the British Naval Fleet at the time of Queen Victoria. In fact, it was her flagship. This was the flagship of the Navy at that time. It was very, very specially built. It was so well designed and so well built that no one dared to attack it. No one. Whenever this ship was coming to sort out a problem somewhere in the world, they ran. They fled away from it. They gave up. Nobody attacked it. This ship did not fire one cannon in anger at all. The ship's hull, or sides, were made of 18 inches of solid wood, and on top of that 4 inches of metal. You can see the walls there. If any enemy ship fired a cannon at this ship, it wouldn't hurt it. Have a look at this. These are the anchor chains. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 anchors. That's just for the front of the ship. There are 4 anchors at the back as well. This ship was designed and constructed to be really, really tough. This is just one of the cannons on board the ship. This cannon could fire a shell like this, or a cannonball like this for 2 miles. 2 miles. That's twice as far as any other ship could fire a cannon. And look how many there are of them. Warrior is so big and so heavy that when the wind is strong and the waves are high, it can take up to 30 to 60 men to hold on to those wheels and other wheels down below to actually keep this ship straight on course. This ship, in its day, the Victorian age, was thought to be the most perfect construction of a warship ever. So why am I talking about a warship from the past when we're discussing the Bible? We are looking at 2 passages from the Bible today. James chapter 3 verse 2 and Genesis chapter 1 verse 27. Both verses consider and talk about the perfection of creation. In Genesis, it tells us that God created all men in his own image, man and woman, in his own image. That's the image of perfection. In James chapter 3 verse 2, James says that if we're perfect we're able to not sin. Basically, it is a difficult verse to look at, but basically it does mean that perfection is not sinning. No thoughts against anybody. No sin. That is perfection. But we know that only one man in creation has ever been perfect. Only one. God intended for us all to be perfect, but sin came into the world. And it has made us all imperfect. That's a shame. God doesn't like it. Doesn't want us to be imperfect. He wants us to be perfect. But the grace of that imperfection is that God has given us an answer. God gave us the one perfect man, Jesus Christ. And if we believe in him, we will have everlasting life. Perfection. We are all imperfect. And so the gift of that imperfection is that we can be perfect through believing in Jesus Christ. So rejoice in your imperfections. Be happy that you are imperfect. We are imperfect. Me too. Your pastors, your elders, they will be the first, or should be the first, to say, I am not perfect. But by the grace of God, I will be. Through Jesus Christ our Lord, we will be perfect. God bless you all. Pagpalain kayo.